Hello, hello, and welcome back. I'm going to share with you right off the bat. There will be some future videos where you see Whisper doing some daredevil stunts, where this is recorded during the night when I'm sleeping. And so when I review them later, my heart was in my mouth. But I knew that he was okay because it had been a few days prior to me viewing the videos that it had happened. And I knew that he was okay because I was watching him. He was walking fine, everything was fine. So you will see some videos in the future where he jumps off of things. So I've made it safer for him. I've taken the house that is 15 inches tall with ladders that he sometimes refused to use out of laziness. Rather than use the ladder 3-4 inches away, he would just jump down from the top, which that was quite a ways. He could harm himself very seriously. And there was a ladder going to something else that was at one end, and he near hit it on the way down. So I've taken the house and I've flipped it on its back so it's very low, and that will be in the future videos way down the road because I have several older videos to put out first. I have lots of recordings of him, so I have to put them out first before you'll see future changes. It's maybe a month before you see the changes in those videos that are going to be created. I just did this a few days ago, so he's safe. Just remember, if you see any videos where he's jumping off something and you wonder if he's okay, he is okay because they're old videos. I've corrected the situation and made it totally safe for a hamster that tiny, which I didn't think that he would be a daredevil and be so lazy that he would use the ladders, but I should have remembered that they have no sense of height. Something that is a few feet, to them it's only a few inches. More so for a dwarf, tiny hamster like him. Though, like mice, being tiny, they can harm themselves jumping quite high, and sometimes, they can be okay. But in the house, I won't use it like that. If I get a larger hamster in the future, then I may put it back up tall as well. Anyway, Whisper, in his sand bath, I have it on night vision. I have fake flowers in the background that he cannot get at to eat or nibble on. I have paper behind the house to the left to stop some glare and reflections of some lights, and or of me walking by at times during the night when I wake up at times and I don't sleep right through. I wake up at times and I don't sleep right through. This is night vision. It comes on when he is coming out at night, when I'm sleeping, of course. So you see the glass mushrooms, ceramic mushrooms, in between his water house up on the table and the black house with the ladder in front of it. You see suspension bridges behind the water house, behind the mushrooms ornaments and his black house there. I use the bridges as a fence quite often. So Whisper's on his wheel for about an hour and a half non-stop, taking a 5-minute break here and there, but it's just too much for you to watch. You'd be bored. A piece of hay got in there with him and then it got flung out by the wheel naturally. I don't use shavings, I refuse to. And nothing different. Too long of a video. So I took a lot of it out. I left a small piece in. This is what he did. He'd take a break. He'd jump out, jump back in. He loves the challenge of showing off. To who? I don't know, because I was sleeping. He's having fun regardless. He did stop and take 5-minute breaks here and there in that hour and 15 minutes of recording that I didn't put in this video. It's just too long. There's a lot of that I have to scrap and throw out that you don't see because it's just too long. See? He jumped off that table. Now he's fine. He's fine at that distance because I have a lot of bedding to cushion the blow, 4 or 5 inches of bedding, at least 3.5. So here's the short view of the other camera I've switched to. Now you're going to see his little tree house that he can climb down on from the top of his house and eat some food and then jump down from there. Well, he got lazy. He decided to jump off the front instead of using that or a ladder. And that's quite dangerous because there was another ladder leading to something else that he could have hit. A wooden ladder like what you see there going to the water house. I call that the water house because I have a dish inside of it to keep dust out of his water. So I have 2 pieces of paper there at the end of the flowers there behind his little tree house there. And that is to block the glare coming through the window and a lamp that I have. So also to give me a little privacy if I wake up during the night and I'm checking on him. There will be a glare in the back glass of me and or at the lamp, or during the day coming in the window, the sunlight, putting on a glare for the cameras when it's daytime and color. Right now it's night vision, it's in grayscale. They call it black and white, but to me it's grayscale. So as you see, the camera switched again. He's back on the wheel. I did put it in here and there, switching from the other close-up view of the sand bath and his home there to this end. Now, in between the sand bath and this table, under that ladder coming up to this table, he has an underground house there as well that he uses. And he'll also use the black one in the corner at the back there quite often. He likes to change depending on the temperature he needs, because the black one is ceramic and it's cool. If he wants to be warmer, he'll go underneath that ladder that is in front of the sand bath. Actually, there's a lot of bedding before the ladder and then the table. So underneath the ladder and underneath the bedding that is just before the sand bath is his underground home. You will see him from time to time leaving the sand bath and going right down underneath the bedding because he has tunnels going to his home under there. Now, what you see in front of the wheel there, the wooden little thing, is a wooden barrel turned on its side for him to take a break and have a snack there, and the camera would catch him. If he wants to drink, he has to come up in the middle, come up the ladder, and there is water in this little dish here to make it easier, being that he has short legs. Now, up on the roof of his wooden house beside the wheel, he comes up out of the hole and he has to step on that little round piece of wood, and then he can get a drink out of that dish. And then that little round piece of wood, there's the end of the treehouse rooftop there. He can just step down onto the treehouse and eat some seeds and then jump down from there, and it will be safe. But like I said, I've done some changes. That house is on the tall house there in the middle. It's on its back now, and it's in where the wheel is right now. And the wheel is pushed over to the left side in the middle. And this table stayed where it is. So yeah, in the future you will see probably a month down the road, because I have a lot of videos first to play. But I wanted to warn you about him jumping off of things. I caught him doing this several days later after this being filmed and me watching it in the replay. And I've yet to make videos out of it. I was just checking him, and that's what I found. So like I said, I did some changes. In the future, you will see the house in the middle, the wooden one, it's on its back. It's up against the glass where the wheel is. This wooden table here with the food, it stays there. And I have bedding in between as high as the table for him to just walk back and forth to the treehouse. And the entrance of the hole is on the ground. And then he'll do tunneling from the middle house over to it. You will see in the future. I'll explain it on the future videos as they come. But just to give you a little bit of information right now. So what we have in the dish that is hard to tell when it's not color video, a piece of apple, he has a piece of lettuce, a piece of broccoli, and that's romaine lettuce, broccoli flower heads, and then he has a little piece of carrot, some seeds, and then he gets other food throughout the day as well as his hamster food and fresh fruit and vegetables and dehydrated banana and freeze-dried, I should say, banana and strawberries and various berries that I buy for him that has been freeze-dried, as well as he does get the occasional fresh fruit and the ones that are safe for hamsters to eat. And you can look that up on the internet yourself, what is safe for hamsters to eat and not eat. And you should look it up or ask your veterinarian for a list, because not everything that you may think is safe for them to eat is totally not safe. So in the future, I will remove those two pieces of paper and I will have something else up there. I'm still undecided and taking my time for a backdrop scenery, what I should use. In the meantime, I'm worrying about the inside and his comfort and not the back glass, what I should put behind it. There would still be a glare anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you saw how quickly he hopped there onto the table. He's quite the daredevil. Zoom, 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 zoom here, zoom there, zoom everywhere. He's quite quick. The bedding does slow him down. I am thinking of making half of his home in the future, as he gets older and it gets harder for him to walk, like humans when we age. I will change half of it, the left half probably, to sand. We'll see. That's way down the road. To sand, and it'll be constantly bathing himself as he's walking and roll around and play in it as he's going from the middle to the other end. But I will only do it in half because he likes the burrowing of the bedding. And yeah, so as you see, he's left and he has gone into his house. He will come out for a little bit and then he will go underground to his other house. See, he's in the sand bath right now. And when he does come out, he will go underground for the night, for the rest of the night, to go to sleep. Actually, it's probably 4:30, 5:30 in the morning in this video. He will go to bed because he's tired himself out on the wheel. There he goes. So thank you for stopping by. I so do appreciate your time, and we'll see you again. Take care. Stay safe.